Hello everyone, what is up? My name is D10 and I am here to give you my top 12 um, movies of 2023. Now this list is down to, it was rated by my personal opinion, not by critics or box office and all. Definitely it's not box office and critics because a lot of movies have flopped this year. Um, like for that have flopped in the box office, like Indiana Jones 5, Journey to Bethlehem, Greek Wedding, my Big Fat Greek Wedding, so on and so forth. They have all failed in the box office, and the critics hated it as well. I loved these movies, except for the last one that I put in. I didn't really like that one at all. So let's get into it. Start off. Coming in number 12, I have Journey to Bethlehem. Now this one's gonna offend some people. Well, not some people, just one family that I know, CD mainly. I did not like Journey to Bethlehem. It's the reason I didn't like it is not because it's not biblically correct and all that. It's really just boring and cheesy. So anyway, yeah, I hated Journey to Bethlehem. I thought it was boring. Oh, I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it. I thought it was cheesy. Next, I have Ant-Man 3 at 11th place. Now, I like this movie. I like this movie. I enjoyed it. I had a blast. But I have other better movies there, so I'm not putting it there at all. I had a blast. I thought it was cool. I would have preferred a different ending, but either way, it was a fun movie. I'm not spoiling it because some people here in the room have not seen it. So, next place I have, in 10th place, The Marvels. Wow. 10, The Marvels. That was not on purpose. But, anyway, I love Miss Marvel. She was one of my favorite characters. Has always been one of my favorite characters, so I gotta put it there on the list. I love the movie. I thought it was a fun movie, and I know that a lot of people hated it, but I loved it. I enjoyed it. I had a blast. I went to go see it with my family, and we all had a blast. I almost got out of my chair because of that post-credit scene and all that. I was freaking out. I was like, ah, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. My little nerd brain could not handle the post-credit scene. Um, so again, I had a blast. I don't care about the politics that they wanted to do with the movie. I had a blast watching the movie. So, yeah. Ninth place, I have my Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. I hate romance movies. My Big Fat Greek Wedding is the only ones that I like. That is the only one that I've seen. But still, it was a fun movie, and the reason that we watched my Big Fat Greek Wedding in the first place is because the movie reminds me and my family of my dad's side of the family. So it was very relatable at some points. Scary at some points. There's a couple scenes where the ants start saying like these ridiculous things and all that, and then I look at my mom. I'm like, "That's Tia," and then I named one of my dad's aunts and all that, and it was funny. Next place I have Mario or Mario. I don't care. So reason I have this at 8th place is because, again, there are other better movies in my opinion. I like this movie. I did not go see it in the theaters because, again, I didn't really want to, just in case it wasn't that good. But everyone kept telling me, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. And then I'm like, wait, I don't think I'm going to find it worth the time to go see a movie about a franchise that I only played one game. And it's called Mario Kart. So, I've only played Mario Kart, so I really wouldn't have that nostalgic person type of, like, I wouldn't be nostalgic about Mario as much as I would be nostalgic about like Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and all that, and all the other Marvel stuff that came out this year, and Mission Impossible and all. I didn't grow up with Mario, so so I just thought, like, I'm not gonna beg my parents to go take me to see it because I don't have a license. Anyway, so it was a great movie. I was blown away by it. I was like, wow, it was good. And Peaches is one of the best songs ever created. I'm just saying. All right, next place. I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I like this movie. When I went to go see it with CD and DT3 and CD's family and all that, I looked at him like, I like this movie, and then she looks at me because it's new, and I'm like, girl, no. Reason I liked it is because I had a fun time watching the movie, and I liked several parts of it. The thing I didn't like was how they said goodbye and all that. I felt it could have been more meaningful, but then again, it's the Guardians. Nothing is serious with the Guardians, so it was a good movie. I would have preferred a different type of ending, a different type of way of them saying goodbye. But hey, I still am glad. I think it's one of the best MCU movies of all time. Now number 6. This one would have been higher, but CD and her brother ruined the movie for me. Anyway, Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Now, originally, I was going into the movie theater thinking, okay, this one's going to get like a 20 out of 10, an infinity out of 10. I'm going to enjoy this one so much. I know I am. I know I am. I know I am. Especially if the rumors are true that Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in it. They were, but not as, with new lines and all. It's just, it was a little cameo. You only heard Tom Holland's Spider-Man mentioned, and then Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man mentioned, and then Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's mentioned as well. Or there were more scenes. Andrew Garfield was, either way, it's hard to explain if you haven't seen the movie. But anyway, so reason I have Across Spider-Verse this low on the list and not on my top 5 was because when I went to go see it, when I went to go see it with friends in Colorado, I sat next to the 2 conspiracy theorists. Out of all the extreme conservative people, out of all the ones that I sat next to, I sat to the extreme conservative. Next, Transformers. Now, Transformers would have been where Across the Spider-Verse was in if I didn't get the politics. But Transformers, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was good. And I knew Bumblebee was going to show up at the final battle. I knew it. I knew that he was going to come back to life. But everyone in the theater and I still cheered. We were all like, whoa, Bumblebee! And when he died, we were all like, when he died at the beginning, but when he died at the beginning, we were all like, oh! And then when he came back to life at the end, we were all like, yes, go Bumblebee! And in my head, I'm like, wait a second, I knew this already. I knew he was coming back. Next, Sound of Freedom. You guys have heard me talk about it, and I love the film. I think it's a film that teenagers and adults should go see. I don't think you should take a little kid to go see what people do to them. As teenagers, there's a point where we're going to have to learn about these things. So it's a good way to teach your kids, all right, so there are these kinds of people, and then this and that, and then you explain it to them. If they're movie nerds and all that. All right, next on my top 3, this is my top 3. This is my special favorite films. Now, the reason this next one is number 3, it should be on my number 1, but then again, these other 2 showed up in my life, and then I thought, okay, these guys grabbed the top 2. But anyway, number 3, I have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I was about to say Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny. I have Indiana Jones 5. I don't care what you say, I love that movie. I thought it was amazing. It's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. It's my favorite. I was geeking out. I had a blast watching the film, and me and my grandma were both Harrison Ford fans, so we went to go see it with my mom and dad and my brother, and I had popcorn that day. I can't have popcorn with these stupid braces. I loved it. I loved it. And if you didn't love it, I don't care. We don't have to have the same opinions, okay? You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it, okay? I'm not going to force you to like it. You don't have to make me not like it. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Next, I have The Shift. Indy would have been number 2, but The Shift showed up. The Shift was awesome, and you guys know that I make movies and that I'm a Christian, so you would expect some Christian values in there and all that. The Shift is it's the closest representation to what I want to do in a movie and all that. It's the closest to it. Maybe a little less of the holding back of some of the evil. I would have gone full on. But again, as a Christian studio, they can't do some of the stuff that they've done. But it is the closest thing to what I want to do with movies like The Rebel and Flash Kid. If you guys want to know what type of movies I'm going to be doing, you need to see Sound of Freedom and The Shift. They're the closest things to what I want to do with the Rebel movie and Flash Kid and all that. They're the closest thing. Not because they're superhero movies or killer movies and all that. It's because the type of the type of PG-13 that it gets and all that, and like there's lots of action, there's lots of violent stuff in The Shift, and not like bang, we're gonna shoot your heads off, bang, 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 and all that. It's more like disturbing type of violence and all that. So Sound of Freedom and The Shift had that. It's the closest thing to what I want to do as a movie. First place, you guessed it, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, and I wrote MI8 even though it's MI7. I'm an idiot. So Mission Impossible is number 1 on my list. If you guys have any disagreements, go ahead and comment. I don't care. These are my opinions. You have your opinions of what your favorite movies are and all that. My favorites, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 of this year. My favorite movie of all time. That one might go to, it is either in Uncharted, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, or Top Gun: Maverick. I'm more leaning on to Mission Impossible because I like action movies with action like that, and I love Tom Cruise. So anyway, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is my number 1. Let me know what your number 1 favorite is. If you have Mission Impossible, we're best friends. If you have Across the Spider-Verse as number 1, hey, I don't blame you. The movie was ruined for me, okay? I'm sorry. That's why it's that low. If your favorite's Sound of Freedom, I don't blame you. It's a good movie, but for me, Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible and The Shift are more my kind of movies. If you like Journey to Bethlehem, you have issues, but don't worry. We'll still pray for you. I'm kidding. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys here on another video because I might start doing these things now. I'm going to do a Journey to Bethlehem review so that you guys can understand why I have it so low and all that. And I'm going to do a review on why I liked Mission Impossible so much. So, there you go. So, expect more videos talking about movies. I want to do more my kind of stuff. So, and that is on that list. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys here. Bye.